Good morning. I'm Perchy from the Perchy TV. How is everyone's Monday morning? Hope you're all doing very well. For me, I'm great. It's a bank holiday, day off. Woohoo! So I am started a little bit earlier. Sam finished a bit earlier, so I've just sort of slotted in perfectly just behind him. So, how is everyone doing today? We've signed a player, but he won't join for another 2 years. What is everyone's thoughts of Luka Vescovic? I tell you what, didn't know anything about this kid yesterday, and then sat down and went, do you know what? We might have signed a good player here. Well, it's very, very early, right? Of course, it's very, very early. But Luka Vescovic, 16-year-old from Hajduk Split in Croatia, has joined Tottenham Hotspur. We've signed someone once. Let me just sort the camera out. It's a bit of a weird angle. I do apologise. So, we have signed someone. I'm excited. I think he's a young talent that is going to do well. Just one second. Sorry. What's going on? Just starting timers. Oh, Susie's doing some amazing artwork for me. So I have to stop and just say, I want to say thank you because it's absolutely brilliant. You'll see it next weekend. She's done some really, really, really good artwork that will be going up on my Instagram page. If you haven't, go and check out the Instagram page. It's just up there. All the artwork that has been done is done by her. So yeah, big shout out to her. She's doing some amazing work behind the scenes at the moment. So Luka Vescovic is joining Tottenham. He won't be able to join until 18. That's just legalities and rules. It's not staying there on loan. When people think he's staying there on a 2-year loan, he's not. He can't sign until so the deal would officially start as of the June 2025. So the deal won't officially start until 2025. For me, what you've got there, though, you've got a player that could be at this club for over a decade, right? One thing also we'll do is just as something that we've had a big issue with, he will be considered homegrown if he joins us. Because if he has to, as long as he's played at the club for 3 years and 21, he would be considered homegrown, which is a massive, massive plus point, right? Gives you another homegrown player. So on that basis, really, really good news on a player like that. He's talented. He's a very, very good player. From what I've seen of him, I've probably seen all the same videos you guys have seen. So listen, why not? Exciting, getting talent like that in. But let's before we natter on about Luka Vescovic, just who's in the house. Rinketic is here, first in the house. How you doing, my friend? Proud to be Geordie. Bonjour. Tim's here. Oi, Perchy. Big up, Tim. Big up, Danny. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. How are you, mate? Singing it, maybe Messi wants to join Romero at Tottenham. Doubt it. But there is one thing about Romero. I want to talk about it. I'll talk about it a little bit later. Big up Geordie. Yeah. Guys, come on. Can we get another 23 likes? Let's get over 50 straight away. That's the rules, right? Straight away. Sweeney Todd, how you doing? Morning. Hope you're all well, mate. I'm good, Sweeney. I'm all good. Everman, big up from very wet Hong Kong. Hope you're doing well. Everman. Tigaro's here. Morning to you, sir. Good morning. And the chat. Rooty Toots here. Morning. Robbie's here from Lily White Lane. Big up to you, mate. Big up Liam Harty. What do we think of the news regarding Spurs' signing and the Romero injury? Well, as I said, I've sort of delved into the new signing just now. We can delve into a little bit deeper, right? Romero, is he officially injured? I keep hearing reports he's on the fence, right? On the fence of injury. I'm not 100% sure, but we can talk about it. Oh, Kuva, my mate. How are you doing, Kuva? Top guy. One of the nicest guys in the community. How are you doing, my friend? Hashtag show us what's in your fridge. No. I haven't got much, actually. I have got steak. I bought 2 steaks. I had one the other day. And last night, actually, it was lovely. And I might have the other one maybe later on in the week. Very nice. There's not much in there. There's nothing exciting. Don't worry. Nothing exciting at all. Look looks like a phenom and wants to play for Spurs. No, Tim, I agree, looks good. Looks like a really, really good player, right? So from that level, I'm excited. I'm excited that he looks good. For me, we just got to give this kid time. The fact he wanted to come to Tottenham tells me that there is something happening with our recruitment at the moment and our academy, that there is a pathway to the top. Listen, I'd happily have this kid in a couple of years and having the likes of Sanchez, Dyer, etc., still at the club, right? So why not? We want to bring in talent, improve him. Rinketti saying the type of signing what help is what exactly Leipzig, Brighton, Man City's go and sign these young kids, and then they come out quite good, right? Potential huge talent. We will wreck it. No, I don't. Listen, I'm going to be positive on this one, and people will jump at me. I think we're doing things right. Finally, I feel like we're going the right way with it. We're building the academy up. We have to build that up as well as the first team. We've got to. Let me just see. Yeah, so I just want to just check it so you message me again. But yeah, listen, 16 looks like a unit and see something in him to fit. I'm assuming pace. No, Stu, listen, do you know what it is? This may not be anything to do with Postecoglou, right? Hear me out. He would probably have a theory on him, but this has got to be down to yawns have come again. Like, I was fine all morning. It's been shattered because of the charity stream. Like my sleeping pattern's completely wrecked. But with him though, what I see with him, which I'm really, really excited about, is that we're building for the future, with or without Postecoglou, right? Listen, we can't just be building with the manager. Listen, I love the manager. I want him to stay. But listen, there's a possibility. God, I can't speak today. There's a possibility he may not be here. It's just life, right? We need to be building for the future, for the next manager and the manager after that, right? And hopefully this lad can be it. Isn't Hydrick split Perchy home team yet? Wonder if he had something to do with the kid wanting Spurs. Maybe there's a potential, but what I think it is that we're actually getting our act together. We are showing a plan for these young talents. We probably did it with Valise, that we put a plan out to go, this is the blueprint for you to be playing in the first team, right? It's what we haven't done for a while. Consistent profile, so at least this bodes well. He's a big unit with mobility, ball playing skill. Whether that translates to Premier League is another thing, but it's constant with Phillips. Yeah, Phillips. Forgotten how to say his name. Viskovic and Phillips. It's a new dawn, right? We're obviously showing these young talents there is a route to the first team. If you're good enough, you'll get there, right? There won't be any of the rubbish that we seem to have dealt with in the recent times. Yeah, he could end up with another 4. Yeah, I mean, he could be about 6'6", 6'7". This guy could be a big boy, right? He could be a big boy. Good morning, Robbie. Hope you do. Yeah, big up, Rob. How you doing, Rob? Oh, yeah. I have a money-making plan. Get married, mince to Croatia, get some misses. Oh, God. Live there for 15 years, and then we'll end up going to be a football. Cooper. Honestly, the Croatians just bring out good players of late recently, haven't they? Some real good players coming out of Croatia. You've got the likes of Vardial. Oh, some good players coming out of Croatia. I agree. We got left here. Morning, Nana Hotspur. Where's the master? CJ, what do you mean? I'm confused. Romero was seen participating out at Argentina's training, so if he's injured, it's relative. Yeah, listen, I think there's nothing. I think we would have been told if there was a big injury, right? If it was a big injury, we would have been told. Big up, Cooper. The contents Perchy's fridge is mud. All YouTubers need a good supply of mud to be here nowadays. Yeah, the mud supplies are in the fridge. Yeah, bang on. Just seeing the rumours of the Viskovic deal could pave the way for Perisic to go back to split in January, deducting from the fee from the 10 million Spurs have agreed with him. Listen, why not? Why not, right? Listen, this is a kid that will be for the future, right? Scout him. This. What Jared is saying is absolutely bang on. Good clubs scout youngsters, bring them through, and they mold into good players, right? Man City are the best at it. Yeah, getting in first for a change. Romero looks like a calf injury, but scan confirms to confirm. Yeah, but if he's training, Liam, I think we're good. If he's training, we're good. Building for the future is always a good thing. Exactly. I don't understand. Do you know what I don't get with Spurs fans? I've seen people, and listen, I'm going on a rant now. This is an actual rant. I'm fuming with this. I hate the extremities of social media. And let me know your thoughts on this, guys. I'm going to have a bit of a rant. The extremities on social media are absolutely mental. At one moment, I've seen Twitter accounts going, he's this, he's that, he's awful. Look at this mistake. And makes a silly mistake in it and give away a penalty. And then they're going, oh, he's rubbish, he's crap, he's X, he's that. Really? He's a 16-year-old kid playing academy football, right? Get a grip. And then I see the other levels of the extremities of, oh my God, we've got £100 million player signed. Boom. We are cooking. We are doing amazing. Hang on a minute. You didn't know who the kid was before Romano tweeted it. Let's not pretend, right? I've seen what you guys have seen. I've seen some clips of him, looks of talent. But we will only know when he plays for us, right? We'll only know. It's all good having talent. You need to have it on the, I'm shattered. What's wrong with me? You need to show it, right? You've got to show it. So listen, I'm excited. This is what I've wanted Tottenham to do. Go out there, buy 16-year-olds, handpick from Europe, get them into the team, show them a path to the first team. And the rest, remember, Man City, PSG wanted this kid. Two of the five names that wanted him. Let's be honest, he's chosen Spurs. It's a good thing, right? It's a good thing. Should be excited, right? I know it's a hot topic, but I'm concerned about Richie. Obviously, he's short of confidence, but we really don't know what he's going through. If only we could come together and send him much love. Listen, Rob, I agree. Listen, nothing personal on a player. I would never be personal about an individual. Richarlison actually seemed like a nice bloke. Nice bloke. He's playing poorly. So we can be very critical with his footballing at the moment. His football's not been great. But you're right. There's got to be something going on. But listen, here's a question. I'll ask the chat this right now. If there was £50 million on the table from a Saudi team, I think Al Ittihad had a link with him in January. They want him in January. Do you accept it now? If the deal was in place now, they go, 60 million quid or 50 million quid. Cool. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. I've been fine all morning. Just the yawns come out when I go on camera. It's well weird. Do you accept it right now? The offer comes in now. 50 million quid in January. Done. Dusted. I think you have to, right? 50 million quid. That's the question, right? Yeah, Valise. Valise is another one. I agree. Richie has got to go. He's not up to that. I agree. I don't think he's ready. I think he'll be in Saudi Arabia in a year. I think we'll have sold him in January or in the summer, and he would have gone to Saudi Arabia. Genuinely, I think that's what it is. I sent to you about Milenovic, the other kind, signed the Croatian version of him. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So is that who you sent me the picture in, Kenny? Sorry. I was a bit busy. Sorry. I saw it briefly and I didn't get a chance to reply, but I will do. Big up to you, mate. Good morning. Big up Ian, my Darlington mate. How you doing, mate? Big up Lily White Lane. Saw something this morning. If Conte stayed, Kuti would have gone. Well, there you go. All the people that love Romero but love Conte, your boy would have left for him. Let's be honest. Let's remember that. That says it all, right? No, they just want to let him play all season on painkillers and not say a thing. Yeah, exactly. It's not going to happen. That's not happening, right? Richie C. Sensen goes to Saudi for a load of money in January. Why would you want to continue with the humiliations? Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like, listen, If he goes there, you could argue, oh, he hasn't got it. But then if he doesn't, you could say, do you know what? Fair play. You want to stick it out and you want to show yourself. Go both ways, right? Go both ways. I have no idea what extremity means. Like, in the sense of the extremes of the scale, it happens in politics. You've got very far left and very far right. And it's most of the people are down in the middle, right? But what you see is a lot, especially on social media and Twitter, like you hear people go, "Oh my gosh, he's amazing," but you've never seen him play, or "He's awful," but again, you've never seen him play. What about is he looks a good player from what I see, but we'll judge him when he actually plays for the club, right? It's about being in the middle. A lot of stuff that goes on social media. And listen, what we see is we see 1% of what the stuff on social media that are on these extreme views. Oh, he's absolutely amazing. You didn't know he was an hour ago. Oh, he's absolutely crap. Blah, blah, blah. No, he's not. Down the middle. Be more balanced in the middle, right? Morning, Penval. Mia, come on. Mia just hates on me of late. Mia just chucks the hate. Hashtag hater. Morning, James. How you doing, mate? Yeah, you would have got a morning, Mia, if you'd been nicer. Big up. I'm joking. I'm playing with you. Big up, Rob. 100% agree on Rich. Yeah, I agree. Listen, let's see how it goes, though. Does my head in when Spurs are linked with a player or sign someone and people act like they're experts? And then all of them seem to and seen them for years. Yeah, exactly. It's hilarious, isn't it? Yeah, Robbie, you're bang on. When we link to sign someone, it's oh my gosh, I'm an expert in it. No, you've just done the research that others have. I just hate it. And the same accounts, and I don't care, I'll call it out. The same accounts do the same thing on Twitter because it's how they get views, follows, subscribers. I'm not that person, right? Listen, I have my video. People went, oh, yeah, but you said he's going to be a big deal. Yeah, based on what people like Romano and what actual people in the game have said about this kid. I've said, oh, yeah, but I've never once come out and gone, oh, my gosh, this guy's going to be a 100 million man player. He's going to be amazing. We're going to be amazing. Just be a bit balanced, right? I haven't seen anyone too critical. If he started the internal derby, yeah. This. He started in the derby in Croatia, right? I tell you what, if you think like pressure, that is absolute pressure, right? This. You're bang on, Midori. Yes, I think you're about Richarlison. In a heartbeat about Richarlison, great. Richie breaking down so publicly is worrying. As much as it sucks realistically, he's painted himself a target on his back from the opposition. Listen. I think we have to remember. Listen, there's Midori. This is the fine balance, right, on criticism and abuse. If anyone abuses Richarlison, you're an absolute dickhead, right? But if you're critical, you have to be critical. This is an expensive player. You have to be critical. You can't sit there and go, oh, this, that, and the other. No, you've got to be fair with it, right? And guys in the chat, can we get 10 more likes? There's 60 of you in here, 10 of you. Smash the like button. Let's get it over 50 right now. And can we get, also, let's see if we can get, we're up to 2,082. So big up to the guys that are new subscribers here. So we've gained about 10 or 15 subscribers since my video yesterday on the Scovich, which was quite nice. But guys, can we get 15? No, sorry. If we can get 18 more subscribers today, that would be amazing. I don't think we'll do it. If we can get 8, we'll be good. 2,190 today. That's the target. 8 of you. If there's 8 of you in here and you're new to it, let's hit the subscribe button, join the club. And obviously, if you want to join the membership, it's just below there, little join button. And if you're on your phone, Ben, if you're kind of just send the link in the chat for the membership, that would be amazing. And I do apologize. I was meant to do a member stream last week. I will do it tomorrow before the England game. So I will do a membership. If you're a member, I'll do a member stream tomorrow before the England game. And then I'll join I think I might do a watch along with the England game, either on my own or with Sava maybe, or whoever wants to get involved. Maybe Steve wants to. He loves watching football. I'm not being marketed in the stream, am I? No, Ben, you're amazing. Ben, you're just an amazing individual, right? Susie was talking about you last night. Just saying. We were chatting last night and your name came up. In a good way, by she said she loves you, thinks you're amazing. Just saying. Just saying. Richie football is not great, but it hurts to see anyone suffer this. If he's suffering with anything mentally, there's a mental problem, like he's got he's suffering like any sort of like needs counselling for something. I hope the football club give that to him. Listen, I'm not one of these people. Listen, I'm a football fan, of course. But if he is struggling with anything, we as a football club have a duty of care for players like him, right? A duty of care. Let me see. Mia, Nick's obsessed with you. Yeah, Nick's obsessed with everyone. He's obsessed with Emerson Royale. I mean, that says a lot, right? Says a lot. Honestly, how many Spurs fans knew about Mickey before we got him? I think Mickey van der Ven's a different situation, Rinketic, right? Because Van der Ven played professional football. This kid hasn't played a lot of professional football in Croatia. How many people have sat there and said they watched these 8 games that he's played professionally for Hajduk Split? Not many, right? Let's be honest. And thank you to the new one person that's just subscribed. Romano's just tweeted Luis Felipe's arrived to complete his move to Al Ittihad. So the Lazio centre back is joining Al Ittihad. Barry's trying to pimp you out. Yeah, what's that about? What is going on here? Every Spurs you trying to get me love now. I don't know what you mean. Don't know what you mean. What's going on? Did you see that Donnarumma conceded Italy's goal on Saturday and fans are calling for Vicario to start instead? All the Vicario critics among Spurs fans need to get, seem to have shut up. Yeah, Roots do. Listen, I think I'm going to have to host a Vicario apology session. Not by me. I was on him. I'll host it. Anyone that was critical of Vicario has to come on and apologise live on the stream. Because I was one of those that backed this kid. And I'll be shameless to say that you were wrong for calling him out. You were wrong. This guy is the real freaking deal, right? Real deal. We've got a good goalie here. Strange people saying I'm flirting. Yeah, Mia and Ben, stop flirting in my chat. Stop pretending you're not. Hashtag no flirting in my chat, please. Get a grip, you two. Get a room. Get a room. Love you both. You're right. Whatever his performance, no one. Yeah. This. I hope the club, if he is suffering with anything, we help him out. I don't want another Dele Alli situation. I'm genuinely being serious about that. No way do we want that again. You two, man. There you go, guys. Memberships. Join the membership. I'll do a membership show tomorrow night. And we'll talk about, I don't know, what do I want to talk about? And it'll be about anything just before the England game. How about that? I'll do it, yes, tomorrow about, say, 5 or 6 o'clock. Like that. I'll see. If you want to, of course. And I'll let you guys, all the members in the channel, members can join in. I mean, pro locker rooms are full of wins, all cost attitudes. In my experience, and on and off the pitch, where a lot of staff said that to you would be pretty disgusting. Otherwise, was a form. Oh, fair enough, Midori. Nice to know. Sorry, guys, I can't see out my glasses. I'm losing my mind at the moment. My head hurts for some reason. Screen time is mad. Vic's got a lot of crap and stuff. Wasn't his fault. Bang on. Here's a question, guys, in the chat. Has Vicario conceded a goal that was solely his fault? Serious question. Pre-season and non-pre-season. Has he conceded a goal that he was to blame for? There you go. That's what I was saying. I backed him and said he needed time. Mia, yep, I know you did. No, I know. I've got receipts. Don't worry. So what's your big up? So what's your take on Johnson fitting in? He got that Vicario. Get that Vicario. No, I haven't got Vicario mud. I've got Vicario receipts in the fridge. Vicario receipts, potato stew are in the fridge, and I'll bring them out whenever I need to. Johnson's a weird one. I was a bit critical because I was a bit down. I sat back and went, he's a bit down. I was a bit downbeat with it. I wasn't excited by it. But what I would say is he offers something. There's something he can offer. I was a bit, I thought we could have just gone and get someone a little bit more with that sort of money. The value is there value for money in the money that we spend? I think he could do well for us. I was a bit critical, but because I thought that sort of money, we should go and get a centre half, right? That sort of money, go and get a good centre half for that sort of money. But listen, if he comes in, I think he'll offer something. Tell you the truth. He's got a lot of pace. I don't know what he'll do yet, if it's play on the right, on the left, down the middle, but he has pace about him. And if you've got pace in this system, that's a positive. What's going on here? My friend's going mad. What's this? Ralph Ragnick said he won't be a Germany coach. Okay, did anyone ask him? Mia said, can I flirt? Yeah, sure. Do whatever, honestly. Yeah, go for it. I think she flirts with everyone, though. I heard she flirt with Sean last time. I'm not doing anything. It's Mia. Now, Ben, don't try it. I know you. Ben. Put a link on Perchy. A link? What do you mean? Do you want the link? You want to join? Is that what you're saying, Dan? I'm confused. What do you mean by that? Sorry, let me know. Boothel said the car is class. Yeah, no one listened. This. But listen, I think you could take that in a pinch of salt, right? Of course. Pinch of salt, right? In the international Italian goalkeeper praises Italian goalkeeper. So yeah. Ben, Mia, candles, coffee, and a bit of Barry White. You know it makes sense. God, honestly, you guys, man, are hilarious. Good day, Perchy. Membership show. Bring it on. Yeah. I'll do a membership show tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow, and I'll put the link in for you tomorrow, and anyone can join. Chat about whatever you want, right? I'll set it up. I'll set it up for tomorrow, guys, before the England game. Ben Cobb, that mate, you were too close to being blocked. You can't get blocked on my channel. And anyway, he can block you on mine, though. Mia, he can block you on my channel. That's the difference. The comment about Mickey, before we got him, maybe 30 to 100 people, maybe 30 to 100, and we were linked with him. 85 to 100, don't know what you mean. A lot of people know about a certain player when we're linked with him. Yeah, people do research, though. I get that. I do get your point. I think Perchy. That was my point about Richie. If he's not suffering from anything mentally or otherwise, then he's not good enough. But we're not between his ears. Yeah, I agree. But someone at the club has to be that person, right? We can't as fans. We just say what we see, right? We say what we see. We criticize with what we see. But you're right. If he's suffering with anything, we should be as a football club. We have to sort that out, right? Of course, Susie talks to me. We are homies. Yeah, I heard all about that. Yeah, all good. Yes. Oh, right. Do you want to come on, Dan? Go on then. How about this? What I'll do is I'll send it to you, mate. I don't want too many people on today. I'll just say that. I'm gonna go. I'll be going, guys, until I'll go. Is Kate live today? Anyone know if Kate's live? Dan, I'll send it to you, mate. You can come on, mate. I don't mind. Just can't swear. I want to be monetized. That's the rules. No swearing. I want to be monetized today. Let me see, guys. Guys in the chat, guys. We've got 68 of you in here, 49 likes. Get the likes up to 60 now. That's 11 of you. 11 of you. Smash that like button. Regarding Vic, Vicario, two-point blank headers, 1v1 versus Skamaka versus West Ham. Shocking defending by Region versus the Sailors. A penalty and deflected goal versus Brentford. Burnley's first one was too good. Second goal was quality, by the way, wasn't it? Big up Dan, how you doing, mate? Oh, he whipped out a Barcelona shirt. I love it. How you doing, mate?
Well, it's warm enough to be Barcelona over here, mate. I tell you that.
What's that? Say that again, sorry?
It's warm enough to be Barcelona over here at the minute, mate.
Are you warmer than Barcelona? What's the temperature right now?
I think it's about 31 over here at the minute. It is absolutely boiling.
You are hot. If it is, it's 27 for me right now. But then it's like 27, 28 for the next 4 weeks. I mean, it's going to start raining soon. Mate, here's the question.
Over here.
Yeah.
over here, it's like someone standing on your chest when it's hot.
Yeah, it's the way
We're
the
not-
houses are built, mate. Houses are built
Exactly.
differently. They're
We're
built
not
to
near
keep.
them.
They're built to keep. The UK's meant. The houses are built to keep heat in, not
Yes, it does.
ventilate. Whereas here, the walls are thinner, so it's built to let ventilation through, right? So
Yeah.
where it's me, I don't get hot like too much. I mean, it does. But when it gets north of 30 degrees, it's just it's relentless. But like, my point is yeah, here it's nice. But mate, what are your thoughts? Luka Viskovic, we signed him from a Hajduk Split, joins in 2025. What are your thoughts, mate?
Why not? I mean, I do see a lot of this back to front at Spurs sort of thing. Now, for a long time, a few years ago, everyone was complaining as all we ever do is get a young player in and this and that. Why don't we go for the big boys? Right, so we switched it round, got the big managers in, tried going for a couple of bigger players as such than we usually would.
Yeah.
That just did not work either. So people are now saying they want to see a process. People are now saying a lot of people are saying they want to see us basically copy Arsenal. Like it or lump it, that is what people are saying. And it looks like that is what we're starting to do. And I think with that, you obviously need to get young players in. You can't just buy them all straight away. It's going to take time. It's not a 5-minute job. So I think what we're doing now, why not? If you want to start young and start building up a team and everything else and that and getting ones in for future and that, you've got to look ahead. So I can't see why anyone would complain about it. But I do see.
Listen, we should be doing this, right? This is how big football clubs operate.
Exactly.
They buy good players, but they also buy academy players. They go and handpick from Europe and go, he's a top player. You're coming in. You're coming in. You're coming in. Man City are absolutely brilliant at it. Man City have the best way of doing it. They go and handpick players everywhere, bring them in, then they become good, right? And then if they're not good enough, they sell them. And then they sell them for 50, 60 million quid for them if they don't feel what they need. We're at a club right now. We're in a really good position. Because right now, we're not great. We're playing good football, but I mean, we're down here at the moment where when we were playing under Pochettino, we were up here. We're down here at the moment because of what's gone on in the last few years in this football club. What we offer right now is we offer a big football club. We are a big football club. Whether people want to say it, we don't act like one all the time, but we are a big football club. So right now, a big football club that is changing the way they operate. Players like this lad that has looked at us and gone, do you know what? I have a chance to get into that first team because they've got 2 full-time first-team defenders, a young lad in Phillips. I could be 4th choice in a few years' time. There's a rite of passage. Man City's an example. Because Man City, turns out that he turned down Man City. And it's probably because he probably looked at it and went, they've got a lot of good players there, a lot of good youngsters. I'm competing for more with more people to get to a space. Looks at Tottenham, he's not competing with many. Probably competing with 2 players, right? Ashley Phillips, Dorrington, people tell me about. 2 players.
It's definitely coming into Spurs. You're not gonna have to be the elite to get on the pitch like you are with Man City, is it?
No. Man City, and that's the thing is that Man City, you end up just be, and the same with Chelsea's another example now. Clubs will be looking at us, going over Chelsea and going, do you know what? They've signed about 17,000 like under 21s right now. Where am I fitting in this? Am I going to be just a number or am I going to be a player that is going to be certain? At Tottenham right now, if we do things correctly, do things right, and do you know what? We are going on the right trajectory. Listen, we don't know. This could come in and be awful. I'm just saying, he can come in and do you know what? He becomes another one, and then we sell him for a few million quid in about 10 years' time because we can't get rid of players. Listen, I understand people's sentiments when they think like that, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't do it right. Doesn't mean we should be going in paying 10 million quid for this kid who is a hot prospect by big clubs around Europe. We should be signing him, right?
I mean, how much money has he supposedly cost?
Well, the rumours are it's anywhere between 10 and 15 million pounds.
Right. Then that's not going to be 10 or 15 million up front. And that's probably going to go, right, mate, I'll put 2 million in your back pocket.
Yep.
If he
2
reaches our
million
first
now.
team
2
and
million when he
plays,
signs officially in 2 years'
yep,
time. And
then say
the
another
rest will
million
be
when
when
he
he makes
plays
an
5
Yeah.
games, another 2 million when he plays 10 games, another 2 million when he gets 10 international games, and it'll go like that. So you can't really look. I don't think you can really lose out. And on this one, Arsenal have spent big money on every player. Yeah, this season. Go back 5 years with Arsenal. They haven't, in a lot of ways, they haven't gone out and bought the big players in. They've spent money.
What Arsenal did. I'm going to agree with you to a certain degree. At the moment, yeah, they're spending big money.
Yeah, definitely.
Under that era, that sort of post Arteta, post Wenger era, even in the last sort of 2 or 3 years of Wenger, they were buying just rubbish, right? They were just buying crap.
They were doing what we do.
They were very much in that sense of they were buying rubbish. You look at a lot of the Wenger era. What did Arsenal do great was they would handpick players, turn them really well, but they would also splash some magic on top and then build these players up. What they're doing now, what Arsenal are doing right now, James, and this is the one bit which I'll agree with what you're saying on this. What they're doing now is they're getting the sprinkle of dust. They're getting the magic dust on top. They've gone and brought in youngsters, developed them through. Now what they need is a bit of magic. Declan Rice, Timber. These are players that fit a profile for what they need. Yeah, they've got to pay big money, but that's what they need. They're now, the term is like, they're like picking out what they need. They go, do you know what? We need a DM that's going to be our captain for the next 5 or 6 years. Here you go. Get the best one in England. They need a fullback that can also play centre back and also can play in DM as a cover. Timber's that guy. Yeah, he got injured. Harsh on that when you use that one. So what they're doing is they're buying players for a system, right?
I mean, you look at some of the players. I mean, look at Saliba. He was not expensive.
Saliba's a good example.
And
Saliba's a very good example.
Martinelli
was a good example. Yeah.
Saka,
So
straight through the youth.
Agreed.
The other defender, Gabriel, not expensive.
Gabriel, yeah, he wasn't loads and loads of money.
They didn't. They made mistakes with like people like what's his name? The one they just got rid of for free. Who was the winger? Pope, not Pope.
Ramsdale.
No, winger. Who's the winger?
Pepe.
Pepe.
Pepe was pre-Arteta, wasn't he? He was Unai Emery.
They have spent big money on a couple, but then they focused on the younger lot, not so expensive sort of thing. Got that working, and then started bringing the bigger players in on top of it, which I think is the ideal way to do it. We are basically in the situation that they were 5 years ago.
Yep, agreed. No, I agree.
And vice versa. They are now in the situation that we were 5 years ago, but the difference is they've now taken it to the next step to go for it, whereas we did not take that next step we needed.
No, that I do agree.
Big.
We should have done this year. I agree. This era, what they're in now, was the era we should have done after
the Champions League.
No. I would have said after. No, what I would have said is actually after we didn't win the league against Leicester and didn't win it to Chelsea. That era, we should have gone. Do you know what? We should have gone out there and spent 200 million quid on 2 or 3 players and gone. Do you know what? We just need some stardust now. We've got a good squad, just a bit of stardust now that can go and push us to that next level. But what did we do? We didn't buy a player for nearly a year and a half. So that was the difference, right?
And then we come crashing down because of it, basically. There we go.
Yeah.
Spurs, I think, are saying that the club should be so near yet so far.
Yeah, no, that's what we were like. That's exactly what we were like.
That's what we've always done.
Such a good period. And you're right. After the Champions League, losing the Champions League final, that was a reason to go, do you know what? We can't. I think that was a bit of a. I'm going to use it as a little bit of a false narrative, because I think if it wasn't for the Champions League final, I think Pochettino would have been gone that season. I thought we were awful that season.
It was.
We didn't win, and we won 2 games away from home all season or whatever it was. We were crap.
Cracks on the wall.
Basically. We did. We papered over a lot of cracks that season with the Champions League final. Listen, if we'd have gone and won it, it'd have been a messiah, but he didn't. So we didn't, and I think Pochettino, and especially the comments he made just before the final, I kind of went, that doesn't sit right with me. That sounds like a manager that's given up. And then when I heard the things that he didn't go back with the team, he decided to fly to Barcelona to stay in his flat in Barcelona. I then went, just something doesn't sit right with me, right?
I think by then he'd already given up. He had.
I agree.
The thing that kept him there was up to the Champions League final, but he could blatantly see from behind the lines he won't get the support he needed.
Oh, I agree with that. I do agree. It wasn't necessarily his fault.
I don't think he lost the team. I think the team had just gone stale by then, basically, where literally everyone had their place. No one had to fight for their place, whatever. And it's the same story of what's been happening over the past 5 years with a few other players, like Eric Dyer with his Eric privilege, is what I call it, where he thinks he's got the privilege to be in the team and no one should argue it. And the other players that haven't had to fight for a place, whatever. Son last season. Okay, people say he was injured, this and that. We did not know that. So, as far as I'm concerned, Son should have been taken off for a good 5-6 games straight last season because he was that terrible. But no, because he's Son, he was on the pitch. Other players, it's the way it's been with us for a little while.
With the Heung-min Son one, I'll say it. Whoever was the person that played him has to take responsibility. The player will be saying, "Oh, I want to play." You need to hamper those expectations. Say, "No. We're gonna let you rest for a few weeks. You're out. We need you fit and ready, right? We can't have players like him." Listen, and it makes me think when he had this injury, this double hernia one, get it sorted. Yeah, it might mean you're out, but we were crap anyway. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like Stum was bagging goal after goal last season. He was scoring loads, and we went, do you know what? We have to play him through anything because at the moment he's scoring loads. Scored 10 league goals. Sit back and go, great. Stum should be scoring 25 at least, right? He's that good. So for me, what difference did it make if he was playing or not? It made no real difference, in my opinion, right?
Plus, we didn't know he was injured. So as far as I was concerned, he was not playing up to standards. He should have easily had 5, 6, 7 games sitting on the bench, maybe coming on with 20 minutes to go and having to work his way back in there. But we do have this habit at Spurs of if a player's got a name at Spurs, he sort of keeps that place. And plus, there's not enough depth in the squad. There's too much of a bigger drop. This is where I say us and Arsenal at the moment, very, very similar, except Arsenal's best 11, a lot more prepared, it's better than ours. But the difference is they've got no support behind them. Declan Rice gets injured, they swap from Declan Rice to Juninho, innit? Big drop. Massive turnout. You look at our defenders. We lose a defender, we go down to an 18-year-old that we've never seen play before, or we've then got the option of bringing Davis or Dyer in there. Massive drop. Midfield, I feel we got a little bit more cover there. But again, Basuma comes off. Bentancur, you can't really touch him yet because you just don't know how he's going to be with the ACL and everything. So who do we go for? Lo Celso. Massive drop again. Massive drop again. Sarr gets injured. Who do we bring in there? Skip. Højbjerg. Now, I'd definitely bring in Højbjerg over Skip, but again, for me, it's still a massive drop. I'd say the only place we're actually covered in for a player where we can take a player out and bring in a player of the same relevant sort of thing, of same sort of standards, is up front.
Mm-hmm.
On the left or on the right. I mean, in the middle, apart from some that we've done anyway. But the rest of the team, the drop is just absolutely massive. And I think Arsenal have pretty much got the same problem as well. They've bigged their first 11 right up, but their subs bench is no better than what it was last year, now that Timber's been injured.
Yeah, no, listen, mate, I agree with you. I think we had a good 11 under the Pochettino era. We use that one as an example. Good 11, but we didn't really press on. You could even argue last season, when we talk about last season, I sit back and go, do you know what? It was just a disaster from the get-go, really, weren't it? It was an absolute disaster.
It was painful.
Listen, I'll be honest. I say it very much on my channel. By the end of it, I didn't even watch us play. I had this on. I was doing, if I was on stream with someone or if I was doing something, I'd have it on. But I didn't watch us. I couldn't care. I wanted the season. As soon as we got knocked out to Sheffield United in the FA Cup, I went, do you know what? I just want the season over. I'd happily end it now,
Yeah.
give everyone that we've got left a win, and we can just move on, sack the manager and start again. I was so bored of watching us play.
When you're at a point where you honestly, your team actually wins and you don't actually feel happy or you don't even feel relieved, you just think, what was that?
Yeah,
you know something's wrong.
I agree.
You know something is wrong. And I was at the point where we actually won a couple of games and I'd just look at it and say, I'd still rather have not watched it. It was still
do you know
crap.
what makes do you know what makes me laugh is I hear people go, oh yeah, but we won games. I said I didn't care at that point.
They were
I couldn't
painful
care
to
less
watch when
if
you
we
won them, for God's sake.
I was people saying, oh yeah, but we won, like blah blah blah. And I sat back and went, I didn't even. We could have won 4-0 and battered, and then people going, oh Perchy, you're in the mud. I hated it. And Cooper's in the chat. If he's in the chat, he's still in the chat. He agrees. He couldn't stand us. He started the theory of just not watching Tottenham and watching something else. It was awful. Ruti saying, Son said he decided not to mention his injury so he wouldn't be forced to stop playing. It wasn't the club. But the club would have known that there was an injury,
I'm sure they
right?
would have known.
The club would have known there was an injury. But I think what you're trying to imply here is that some would have said, no, I'm fine, I can play. But the club should have made the decision overriding his thing. Gone, no. We want you to have an operation, get this sorted so it doesn't make it worse. Listen, he could have made it worse, right? But listen, that's history, right? That's a good point. The great part about that is history. What's happening now is he's doing well. I need him on Saturday to really show it on Saturday. Saturday's important for me. He's got a big game now. Go and do it again. Go get another hat trick, right?
If Ange don't go and stick him in the middle, then I'm going to question Ange.
Yeah.
Same as I questioned him over people are all saying they're all like, yeah, big him up, support him, whatever. Totally. Love the style he's doing. Love the majority of what he's doing. Am I 100% sure of this manager? No, I'm not. Why? Because it's only 4 games. When we get 10 games, 15 games, and I start seeing more of what he actually stands for, basically, and we get to know him better, then I'll definitely be more on his side. But I'm definitely 80% with him. But I must admit, he lost me a little bit when I saw what he did with the cup game. Because I just couldn't work it out. Did he do it because he didn't care about the cup? Did he do it because he really wanted to see those 9 different players? Or did he do it I don't know why he made such a mistake as he did, because that wasn't even a professional manager should not have made 9 bloody changes in one go. That was just madness. So I've still got my side of him where I want to see how he acts in certain situations that I haven't seen him in that situation yet. For me, there's still a lot for us to see as such, but I'm 80% with him all the way.
Yeah, no, listen, man.
I can't take out that slight skeptical side because of what he done then. I've got to see him do other things in other situations as well to be 110%. This is our man as such. But at the moment, so far, so good. I don't think people can really complain about apart from the mess up he made in the cup. Apart from that, so far, so good. He has to put Son in the middle now.
I agree. The cup one's going to be one of those that will irritate me, and I'll stand by that. That irritates me because I sit back and go, it's one of 2 realistic trophies that we could have won this year. Let's be honest, we're not winning the league unless something crazy happens. Right?
It's the realistic one.
Yeah, it's the only real realistic one. The FA Cup's equally realistic. I mean, but my point being is, the League Cup, you go, do you know what? Use that as a way to just keep the momentum going. Other teams are going to be playing elsewhere, right? You know?
You see, with that League Cup, I've said it on enough shows now. I think he shot himself in the foot big time.
I agree.
I know people have got different opinions, and we all got different opinions, yeah? But the main thing everyone said before the season started, and I'll go with a majority of what I see on here and what I talk and that, was that we just want to see better football, attacking football. Don't care where we finish, just better football and take it from there. Right, we're already seeing better football, but we've already got people talking about 4th place and everything. For me, if he would have finished 10th, but I see better football and we would have won that cup, I think he would have bought himself a good 2 years space sort of thing, because there'd have been a majority of supporters out there who said, you know what, stuff the league, who cares? We've got a bloody trophy on our side now. And that would have got us into Europe as well. I think he shot himself in the foot with that one because he could have bought so much time by getting that cup. But I know there's going to be others who would rather fight for 4th place, 6th place, and not win anything. Each to their own. I just want to see a trophy at Spurs now. That's how far Spurs
listen,
pulled me down.
I agree. It's like move on to this conversation because Jack Hammer's brought up a good one. Well, let's talk about it. We had a conversation about it on what day was it? Saturday, maybe, when I did a stream. Why is everyone crying about what Harry Kane said? The same things fans have been saying for years. Listen, for me, I just think people who do you know what? I'm so down the middle on this that I don't. I'm at the point of I don't care what he said. He's not an employee for us anymore. He plays for Bayern Munich. We move on. People are so hurt, and I don't know who it was. I think it was on Sava had Ellie and Kate on. So big up to those guys. And I think I was listening to them, and someone made a great point. I don't know who it was. So whoever it is, take the credit.
I was on there when they spoke about it. Yeah. Yeah,
they were on yesterday. They were speaking about it yesterday, earlier on their show this morning. The one I think people were hurt by one thing because everything he said was truthful. Everything he said was factual. Listen, you go, mate. Go.
Okay. When I spoke about that, because we'd had a chat a few days before on Sabbath's 24 one, and it was quite 50-50 what a few were saying on there. And now one fella on there was very much, no, I don't like it. Why did he have to bring it up? Why did he have to mention Spurs? Why did he have to do that? I get that side. But then also get what he said. They basically asked him how you're doing. And he's just basically turned around and said, wow, this is harder work than Spurs. I could go two poor games at Spurs and just get told, come on, Kane, like you can do better. He goes and has 2 bad games at Munich. He's got the crowd on him. He's got everything on him. He's got more. He'd be lucky if he plays the 3rd game as such. Because
that's a great point. At Bayern Munich, if Kane goes 3 or 4 games without scoring goals, they'll
come down to him like a ton of bricks.
They'll hook him and they'll put somebody else on.
Real Madrid, one player has a bad game. You got that whole fan out there, that whole fan base saying, "Get him off. We don't want to see him for a game."
Gareth Bale was winning Champions Leagues and they wanted him out,
and still getting And that's what I mean.
Pelters.
What he said was fact.
And this is the difference, right? Bayern Munich, and this is what really irritates me. And I'm going to say this. I had a little rant earlier. I'll go for another one now. Why not? When everyone talks about Bayern Munich being what's the terminology that gets used? Oh, it's a farmers' league. They're a one-team league. But the difference is, at Bayern Munich, you're expected to win the league. If you don't, massive pelters get thrown at you for not winning the league. So what Kane's saying there, what Kane's saying in his statement is, you have to win at Bayern Munich. You don't have to win to be considered successful at Tottenham. You don't have to win every game. At Bayern Munich, it's expected to win the league. Yeah. And if you don't, you're out. Managers, let's put it out there. Managers get sacked for winning the league sometimes. They get sacked because they don't win the Champions League. Use PSG as an example. They sacked managers for winning the league when they won the league, but because they got knocked out in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Levels right now. Like, this is what it really irritates me because the Bundesliga, I watch a lot of it. I watch a lot of Spanish league. I watch a lot of other leagues across the world. And when I hear people go and say, but when I do hear this, I say from people crying what Kane said, yeah, great. He's not an employee for us anymore. We move on, right? We move on.
I get the point. Why did he have to bring Spurs into it? I do get it. But am I bothered? No. Some people, as far as I'm concerned, they're just too soft for their own good, and their heart's still set on Kane, whatever. And it's like, oh, why did you have to bring Tottenham in? Deal with it. Yeah. It's a fact. It's truth. Now, if it'd have come up with a load of other stuff that would have just been irrelevant, whatever else, and nothing to it, and just slated Spurs, then I totally get it. But he didn't. I mean, in his own way, you could say was he slating Spurs? Not intentionally, but it was just a fact. It's true.
He said it.
Deal with it.
He said it how it is, right?
Now, he said it with a Barcelona, a Bayern Munich, a Real Madrid, a Man City, even and other teams you can name out there. It's not we want to win the league this year. It's we will win the league this year.
Yeah.
I expect to win the league this year. That is the difference. Whereas
I agree.
In other clubs, we can't go out there and say, right, we expect to win the league this year. We can all want it. But other teams out there, they're that big, they expect to win the league that year. And Bayern Munich are one of them. They are one of the biggest clubs in the world. And I just can't see how people don't see that. They've got the third, is it the third best history in Europe? Is it the third or fourth? I think it's third. I think there's only Real Madrid. I think it's the third best history. Real Madrid, Liverpool, and then I think it's Munich have won the Champions League the most.
Yeah. I think Barcelona are in that mix somewhere, but
along with Ajax as well. But I think they're third or fourth. Either way, what I'm saying is they are a global, massive club, and it's just a total different kettle of fish there. 2 bad games, and he's got a gun at his head, basically.
But that's the difference here, right? That is the difference. Other football clubs. Yeah. So the team you missed out. So Real Madrid have won it 14 times. Milan 7. Liverpool and Bayern Munich have won it 6 times. Barcelona 5th. Ajax 4. That's your list of Champions League winners. Real Madrid's elite, though. They are elite.
I forgot about AC Milan. Yeah, they've won it a fair few.
Yeah, AC Milan have won it a good chunk of times, right? But this is the bit, right? I don't know what this is all about, football. I have not flip-flopped. I say it how it is. I'm not in the mud. I'm never in the mud. I don't care. I don't care. I was at the point where I couldn't care less what Harry Kane said. Couldn't care less.
No,
let him say it.
Nor there.
But the second point is let him say it. Then now set the expectation of this football club to win a trophy. Not give the excuses, we needed to see the players against Fulham. No. Go out there and win it. Do Man City make those excuses? No. They go and win the League Cup. It's funny, isn't it? For a team that doesn't... I sound like I'm ranting. I'm really actually in a good mood today. But my point here's my point. It's funny. For a football club that doesn't win anything, we really have a negative effect, a really negative view on trophies at this football club. You would have thought, for a club that doesn't win anything, you'd have gone, do you know what? Right now, we're not in Europe. Let's go and put all the eggs in and winning in a cup. All go out there and do you know what? Yeah. People go, you might get injuries. You could get injuries on the training field. You could get injuries walking to your car. You know what I mean? Injuries happen.
Injuries getting out of bed, for God's sake. I've done it. Got out of bed and trod on my bloody ankle.
Slip in the shower and do your leg in and get injured for the rest of the season. I would rather us. Listen. This is the bit. People go to me. We could have lost him. Yeah, we could have lost if we played our first team. Of course, we could have got knocked out if we played our strongest 11, or even a slightly changed 11. But at least we'd have gone, do you know what? We went all out and we just got knocked out. Weren't our day. You've gone, fair enough. But you're right.
There was no care. It looked like there was no... It looked like the cup meant nothing. Now, one thing I can state about myself, take myself back 4 years, 5 years. If you'd have mentioned the League Cup to me or the FA Cup or finish 4th, I'd have said, forget them. I want 4th. I want Champions League. I want Champions League. And then I sort of hit this point where I'm like, even in the Champions League, we're just a number, and that is literally all we are. Like it or not, Spurs are just a number in the Champions League, apart from that one really good one we had. Yeah. And apart from that, we're just a number. And I thought, do you know what? Instead of just being a number, I'd rather for a season or two, if that means we step down a little bit in the league, but we get a League Cup or an FA Cup in and finish 6th. I wouldn't have liked to go 8th or whatever, but 6th, 8th, whatever, and we won a cup. I would have been happy. I am just at that point now where I am just that desperate for Spurs to win something that I'm even willing that if we finished like 12th or 13th and won an FA Cup, I'm a happy man.
Listen, I'm one of those. Like, listen, I get it. And listen, Baxter, we're not moaning about Fulham. It just circumvented into the conversation we're talking about. Listen, we're talking about a manager that we really, really like at this football club. Really like at this football club. We're not moaning. We're just having an actual rational adult debate. Don't need to, just because people criticize on things, we can be debate. And this is what I don't get with people. People go, you're moaning. I'm not moaning. What I am suggesting, though, is I am a little bit annoyed because I sat back and went, I really wanted to win a trophy this season.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool. It is what it is. We move on.
You've got to, because it, like you said, it is what it is. But if everyone's going to preach about the good, you've also got to preach about the bad. And now, an example I'll give with this one is the man we all, well, majority despise, and then some of them seem to love him, Daniel Levy. Right. You can slate that man for a lot of things. I am not a fan of his. But on another side, you've got to big him up for a couple of things because he has had a few things right. He's done a few. He has got a few things right. So I'm a firm believer in credit where credit's due at the end of the day. Whether you like the person, dislike the person, player, whatever, when they get it right, they get told they get it right. But when they get it wrong, you got to tell them they got it wrong. And so far, I like Ange, but he got it wrong. But so far, so good overall.
Same. Midori makes a good point here. The League Cup concerns me on the set. What is the attitude going to be with the Europa League and the Conference League? This is a good point here because these are trophy tournaments that we never really took seriously for a very long time, right? We never did when we were under Pochettino. We never really did. Listen, I'm going to stand here and be positive for a second because people think I'm negative when I'm really not. I'm quite real in what I say. I'll say I think the manager has learned his lesson there. And listen, as long as he's learned his lesson, I don't mind. He's gone, do you know what? I can't do that again. This club, I want to win stuff at this football club. I can't do what I did there, make that wholesale changes, and we move on. We have to move on definitely from that. I agree. Even Pep wasn't under pressure to win things in his first season. The club knew he was implementing a new style of play. 4 games into our season, and fans are losing their mind over us club exit. No, I think Cooper, it's not about. You know what it is, Cooper? Mate? We had this on the charity stream. We were chatting about this on the charity stream. Well, yesterday morning, and we were chatting about this, and it's not just about losing the mind, mate. Big up to you because I love you to bits. It's not about losing their mind. I think it's just a sense of. We went. You know what? If we'd got knocked out to a Man City or a Man United or a Chelsea. Listen, even if we got knocked out to Fulham, but we played our best team, the best players were on the pitch, and you went, do you know what? It weren't our day. People would just go, do you know what? It is what it is. I think people were looking back going,
9 changes.
If we'd have only made 2 or 3 changes,
I think we'd have won.
Maybe we'd have been in the 3rd round playing Norwich and gone, do you know what? We can have a cup run here. But listen, it is the history. It's the past. We move on. It makes me. I think as long as the manager doesn't make the same mistake again, then I'll be okay with it. Right? That's the thing for me. I don't want to see now. I don't want to see him doing it in the FA Cup. Right now, there should be no excuses for this manager. If in the 3rd round of the FA Cup we play, just pick a lower team in the Premier League, Crystal Palace. Just what first one that came to my mind. We play Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. I don't want to see the wholesale changes he made like he did against Fulham, right? I think that's the one thing. If he does it again, then I'll sit back and go, whoa. You've done it once. Do it again. Now you're going to have a target on your back. Because listen, this is a football club that doesn't win anything. Hasn't for a very long time. This club is crying out for silverware. Crying out for trophies. You can't not take these ones seriously, right? And that for me is the key one. Listen, I think we're going to be fine in the league. I'm going to put it out there. I think we're going to be absolutely fine in the league. The way we play, I think on Saturday we're going to batter Sheffield United. That's going to get clipped when we lose, but we're going to batter them. I think we're going to be absolutely fine. The league's not my issue. I think we're going to be absolutely fine in the league, playing once a week. My concern is that we have to take every tournament seriously, every game seriously, right?
I think the other thing is, I mean, the league, I'm still very sceptical because people say negative, people say positive. I look on being a realist, yeah? And then to be a realist at Spurs, you're going to be negative, really, because there's a lot more negative to talk about than there is positive. Whether people like to see that or not, that's up to them. So being a realist, you do come across quite negative because Spurs, there's just so much more negative than positive.
It's funny. Do you know what makes me laugh? I get called a flip-flop all the time because I say I love Ange Postecoglou, but I also equally criticise him. Because listen, I'll be fair with it. I was massively critical of Conte, massively critical for when he fielded the team he played against Sheffield United. Yeah. I went, do you know what? No, he got that wrong. I said it about Jose. I was a massive critic of Pochettino when he threw away big tournaments like the Europa League and fielded kids who was playing in them. I was massively critical of that. So I can't then be a hypocrite and not be critical of that, right? That's the way it works, right?
The
That's
mad
the way
thing
it
about
works.
Spurs is we are so big yet so small.
Yeah, I agree.
That is the
I
mad
agree.
thing with Spurs. Now, I'm still a firm believer that first time I ever came on the shows and that, I had that massive debate with Sava, are we bigger than Villa, more attractive than Villa? I'm still one to shout, we're still bigger than Villa. And if we want to be, we can be more attractive. But at the moment, they seem to have got more right on the transfer side than we did and everything else. But I still think Tottenham are now on a very, very thin string in the aspect of we are nearly at that point where we are not as attractive as them. And even if we step in, we're going to have to wait a season or two to get as attractive as that. If it is shown this season, or at least half this season, up until January, we're giving it our all, we're playing well. I'm sure there's going to be a couple of injuries. That's the bit of the season that scares me at the moment, the injuries, because of our lack of depth. But if by January we're seeing that Poch is doing it, the fans are Poch, getting mixed up, Poch, Postecoglou, getting the names wrong now. If Angie's doing it, and the players are all up for it, and the fans are all behind him, it's going to be quite an interesting place for a younger player to want to come now and think, oh, hang on a minute. Spurs actually going for it now. Definitely like the style of play and everything. Definitely love the idea of London club and everything else. It all does come into it, whether people like it or not. It's going to look more positive. But if we end up having another bad season, then we've slipped below the other teams that really we should be bigger and more interesting than. I think we're on a very, very thin line now. Very thin line.
Yeah. Yeah, this Santiago, people in the chat talking about this Iago Santiago who's absolutely ripping up the under-21s. Listen, but as long as there's a route to the first team, and Kuva's just coming. Kuva, I'm going to massively not reject one word, disagree is the right word. Reject. You're rejected. No. I'm massively expecting us to field a weakened side against the FA Cup. I'm not naive into thinking that our board isn't 100% focused on league position. And then, no, but listen, that for me is, I think it's silly to think that way. And I'll say this now, because I will stand by the fact that then why have we got deeper and deeper into competitions, right? If this was the case, then why are we entering it? We might as well just say, listen, we're not going to compete in the FA Cup. We're not in this year. We're not in the League Cup because we're focused on the league. We're not going to do that, right? We play teams all the time. Decent sides we play that should be beating lesser opposition. My theory will always be this, and I'll stand by that, because if this was true, why did we not just play the under-18s or the under-21s in the game and play an academy team? Go, do you know what? There you go. And then get battered 6-0 and then we get knocked out to Bournemouth or whatever.
Exactly.
We don't. We still play a team capable of winning. And we normally only make 3 or 4 changes. Normally 3, 4, maybe 5 changes. I don't believe the narrative that listen, yes, I agree. I do agree that the board cares about where we finish in the league because financially it improves us. I agree.
There's more about that.
I don't agree to the narrative that the board are going, we don't want you to compete in the Carabao Cup. We don't want you to compete in the FA Cup. That's not our. We don't want that to happen. They're not saying that. They're suggesting, the league is priority. Of course, I'm not naive into thinking that, but they're not sitting there going, you have to make 9 changes against Fulham. Daniel Levy hasn't knocked on Angie's door and gone, you have to make 9 changes in your selection, and slips a bit of paper and says, that's a team selection I want you to play. It doesn't say that, right?
Right. Perchy, mate, I've got to go a sec. I just want to answer one question quick here that someone's put on here at the bottom. Me, hit the bar. He says, Q, do you, Dan, think Ange will bring a couple of under-21s? Yeah, I do. I think he's a manager that will do that, and I'll quite happily see that. I will quite happily see that. But
no,
the one thing I will say is if we have a defender go out like Romero and what's his name, Young comes into play and he has a bad game, I won't blame that on him. I will blame more the thing on Levy that we didn't have significant cover there for it. But then people saying that's flip-flopping, that you don't want to see the under-21s coming. I want to see the under-21s coming because we want to play the under-21s, not because we
I agree
to use the under-21s because we've got no other backup there. Do you get where I'm coming from?
No, I agree. If you're good enough, you get a chance. What I don't want to see is the same players.
I've got to go out with the missus.
Yeah, you shoot, mate. Thanks for coming on, mate. Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers for letting us on. See you later, everyone. Bye.
No, I agree that what I don't want to see players that have let us down constantly keep getting opportunities when an academy player will sit back and go, I mean, what do I have to do? I've just played out of my skin all season and I still don't get a look in. I don't even get to train with them. It's all about conviction, right? It's all about earn your spot, and I want to see that, right? Big up, Coop, mate. We don't. I know. I'm not saying that's what you're saying. Do not sacrifice it. But would we? So from that theory, if we hadn't made those 9 changes, would we have lost or drawn to Burnley? I don't think so. So I do get your point. But we need to change that culture, right? That the manager needs to be the one and say, no. I want to win the League Cup. We need to have a position where we've got a manager suggesting, no, I want to go as far as I can in the League Cup. I get your point. I get your sentiment. I think, but we need to be at a position where League Cup is important. FA Cup is important. Listen, something you said, a great point you said, mate. Really, really good point you said. Why can't we be a Sevilla of England? Look at what Sevilla do. They're rubbish in the league at the moment. They're awful at the moment, I think. If I'm right in saying they're still bottom of the league, I don't think they've won a game. I'll VAR that one, but I'm adamant I'm right. La Liga, here we go. Yeah, 0 points, 3 games played. They got beaten to... they've been beaten all round. Who have they lost to? Yeah, sorry. They've already lost 3 games. They lost to Valencia, lost to Deportivo Alaves, and lost to Girona. Nil point. But I guarantee you they'll be in the Europa League. They'll finish 3rd in their group in the Champions League, get into the Europa League, and get far in it. Why can't we be that team? I get the financial side. I get the money. Why can't we put the pressure on now as a football club to go, do you know what? We're not doing that. We want to win insert tournament, the Euro League. We want to be that player. Yeah, we may not be a league team, but we're a cup team. We're historically a cup team. Big up Tony Young. How are you doing, mate? Have supported the club since 1957, and I've never run club, and I never run club down. Seen some rubbish being played. Seen some rubbish being played to. Listen, no one's having to go at the club. Listen, the club is what it is, right? The club is what it is, Tony. We all stand by it. I love the club a lot. I love the football club. We will lose Basuma and Sarr to AFCON, which is from the 13th of January to 11th of February. Yeah, Adrian, I've worked out it's 4 games. If both Mali and Senegal get to the final, we lose them for 4 games. And let's be honest, we should be fine. We should be absolutely fine. Son is gone as well for the Asia Cup. Yeah, Son as well for the Asia Cup. Yeah, I agree. At the start of the season, the board would give the manager a list of objectives to achieve for the season. League position will be prioritised on the list. Yeah, but is it going to make a difference by committing for a cup? I get your point. I do get it. But I thought the manager was talking about winning at all cost the day before the game. Just saying. But I love the manager. I'm not criticising the manager. I love him. Big up Claude. Do you think that there is something else going on in Richie's life apart from football? He seems like a broken man. I agree. I think there's something wrong at the moment. I agree. I think, but we as a football club have to offer him the support. Whether we want the player to play or not, shouldn't be playing if he's not in the right frame of mind. THFC off. Ruby 2. Was John also nominated? Oh, you're talking to each other. Sorry. Marley isn't expected to go far. Yeah, exactly. Marley, we might miss him 1 game. Then he'll be flying back. Sarr potentially get to the final. Some for South Korea favourites the Asia Cup. So yeah, so you might only lose 2 for a longer period, 3 for a short amount of period. I agree, but we're not in a position yet. Hopefully, Ange is allowed to build a proper. This is what I agree with Kuva. I want him to build in his image. Show it. If we start seeing the board and stuff getting involved in, oh no, I don't want you doing this. No, not for me. Ange should be a manager that wants to go and win us trophies. Bring the good times back, right? Ange will make changes to the FA Cup if it's more than 4. John, I don't buy it. I don't buy that. Not for me, John. Not for me. Not for me. I think this is all tin hat conspiracy theories for me. YouTube user. Great name. Perchy. Agree. Susie is one lucky girl. Don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, she is. She is lucky to have me. Well done, Barry. She is. She's very lucky to have me. Very, very lucky to have me. Yeah. Would you rather win a league or Europa League? What? Yeah, I'm assuming a League Cup or a Europa League. Than build that consistently challenge for the league. I want us to compete in every competition we're in, Dry Roast Peanut. I don't care if it's the League Cup, the FA Cup, the Europa League. I want to start seeing us building blocks. Listen, winning builds winners at this football club. We haven't got that, right? So I want to see more. Go and show this club that we can start winning. No worries, minus 12 points. Yeah, but it is what it is, right? It is drink, everyone. It is what it is. Drink. But what we meant to do? We're saying that without Sarr and Basuma, we're losing those games. So let's just put it into context. I love context. Fixtures for Tottenham. So I think someone has done this before, but I'll do it again because why not? Matches. So we're saying the 13th to the 11th of February. So we're talking about Wolves at home, Chelsea away, Palace at home, Villa away. They're the 4 games that we're talking about. Are we suggesting, Adrian, that we're losing to Wolves at home, losing to Chelsea away, losing to Crystal Palace at home, and losing to Villa away? Is that what you're suggesting? Just saying. Man, I think we'll be absolutely fine. Yeah, we may not win them all, but I think we're not worried. I don't think we're too worried about that. Man United, Everton, Burnley, 3 games we lose them 4. No, it's not. I've just checked it. No, it's not. I've just said it out. No, it's not. Have I read it wrong? Sorry, I've read February. Ignore me. I have read it wrong. Sorry, you're right. Man United away. It's Brentford at home and Everton away. Not Burnley. Sorry, not Burnley. Sorry, I read it wrong. Apologies, that's my fault. And Brighton at home. They're the 4 games. We're not going to lose them. We'll be fine. Pursue match came with a bit. What the fuck are they? And saying no, Tiger. I think they were rotating. Are we complaining? It's less time. Big up, Richard. Oh, I've just seen that. I've seen who it is. Big up to you. Big up to you, mate. You good? How are you? Perchy TV. How you? That's amazing. I love it. What? Big up to you, mate. Perchy TV. I've seen that 4 games we lose them. Man United, Everton, Brentford, Brighton. We're not losing them. No, we might not win them all, but we're not losing them all, right? Man United are crap. Just remember that those stressing about AFCON Age Cup, the team Spurs play are losing just as many. Yeah, exactly. Look at you great, absolute great point, Midori. Great point. Man United, who are they losing? Look at their team. Let's have a look at their squad. Are Man United losing anyone? Man United lose their goalkeeper, Onana. They lose Amrabat. They lose Hannibal if he gets pulled up for Tunisia. They use Diallo. They lose. They'll lose a few players as well. Man United do. You look at Everton. Everton are going to lose players, I believe. You look at their squad. They're losing the likes of. Let me see. They will lose the likes of Doucouré, Idrissa Gana Gay. They'll lose, they'll lose those guys. So they're losing some midfielders. So yeah, bang on. Great point, Midori. Other teams will be losing. Brentford, by the way. We talk about Tottenham. Brentford are losing. They're going to lose. What's their striker in? They'll lose their striker in Burmo, Johan Wissa if they qualify. Frank Onyeka. So when we talk about Tottenham, remember other teams will lose players as well for the AFCON. And then Brighton, I didn't do Brighton script whilst I'm here. Let's do Brighton. Brighton will lose. Who is it? Tarek Lamptey. They use Simon Andingra. They lose their new signing Carlos Baleba. Matoma will be gone for the Asian Trophy, Asian Cup. So when we talk about Tottenham, remember there's other football clubs that will equally be losing stuff. Wonder if the new centre back will go into the under-21s. No, he won't. He will be not signing until 18. So in 2 years. So he'll go probably in the under-21s, maybe in the first team, right? No, we're not loaning him back. He can't sign until the 25th. Slight difference. We're not signing him now. We're agreeing the deal for the 25th. It was 100% Ange's decision against Fulham, but he did it for a reason. Nothing on Levy. This, I agree, Tigaro. Yeah, he did it for a reason. He got it wrong. Simple as that. We move on. I'm way behind the chat. I do apologize. I'm way behind the chat. Everyone, big up Ben. He's got the partnership. Good on you, Ben. Get on the case, man. Everyone go and subscribe to Ben right now. And guys, in the chat, as I said, we're going to go for a few more minutes. We are, if it loads, 5 subscribers. Is there 5 of you in the chat can subscribe right now? And we'll hit the target of 2,190 subs today. Yeah, agreed. Other teams have got big players, so we can't complain as much. Everyone else will. Bentancur back yet? Agreed. So realistically, we're worried about one defender. Can Bentancur and Skip do it for 4 games? I don't see why not. That's what. And then down the middle, you're just going to have to stick with Richarlison, right? Or sign someone else. Onana, exactly. Brighton lose 2 centre mids and Mitoma. They use a winger as well. So that's my point, guys. We have to remember the other football clubs. Yeah, I agree. Hit the bar. Big time Ben. Yeah, big time Ben. Weren't we saying after Fulham that the gap between A and B is just too much? Bigger than... I agree, Rich. But the gap is big when you play all 9. When you play 1 or 2, it's slightly different, right? Slightly different at 1 or 2. Guys in the chat, come on, 5 new subs to get the target will be absolutely incredible. Bentancur unlikely to be fully fit until the new year. May never see him play. He'll be fine. I think we'll be okay. I agree though. A cruise shit is a killer. A cruise shit is a real killer. Big up Swamp. Levy conducting press conferences after 5 years. After 5 years, during good times as now, where was he when we? I'm not sure what you mean. I'm just gonna move on. I'm not sure. Yes, but in other teams drop off. Other teams drop off in strikers. That's worse. Yeah, but listen, I agree, Dad. But when they'll lose their big name, yeah, they'll have Tony come back. But Tony would have barely played a lot of football. And guys, obviously, I'm talking about subscribers, but. And 16 of you smash the like button as well. We're at 16 off 100 likes. Let's do that right now. There's 93 of you in here right this second. Come on, guys. Let's do it. Let's do it. 100 likes. That's the rules, right? Yeah. Højbjerg and Skip if they fill it. I agree. Window opens in January. Yeah, that's another good point. The window's open. So if you want to, you can do it. You can sort that out. I love him to come in and hit the bar. I'd love Orban. I think he's a great football player. Everything I see about this kid, he looks a talent, a right talent. So, yeah, I'd love someone like that in. Guys, we're going to go for another 5 more minutes. Get your questions in if you want to ask some questions, and I will do my best to answer them. Big up, Potato Stew. What are your thoughts on Johnson and where could he fit in? I think on the right. I think what you've got there, real dynamism in Johnson on the right, Solomon on the left, Stun down the middle. I think that's real a dynamic front three that can cut in, can go on their stronger foot as well. Listen, I think that's what we need to do. I think that is realistically what we need to do. Guys, as I said, we're going to go for another 4 minutes, of course. Valise could come in and hit the ground running, right? I think they're monitoring more on Tony. I think so. I would sell Tony. Buy Tony and sell Richarlison at a heartbeat. Since you're a big YouTuber in Barcelona, have you ever met any players for Espanyol Barcelona? One, I'm not a big YouTuber. I've not even got 3,000 subs. But listen, if you can get me there, that's the main one. No, I'm not big time at all. I'm small time, but I like it. I feel it's intimate. If there's like thousands and thousands of you in here, it's hard to read you. I like getting involved with you guys. You guys are cool. No, I haven't. Not met any players. Not met any. The yawns keep coming. I'm sorry. They mean Spurs. Yeah. Does that Jimenez or Orban come in January final again? Will be in the thick of the title race, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. I trust Ange to not F up in the FA Cup. Otherwise, questions need to be asked about what is going on behind the scenes. I agree. The manager can't do it again, right? Tony going to be worth 60 mil. Do you think we pay if we get rid of Richarlison? If we sell Richarlison, we sign Tony. If someone in Saudi Arabia comes in for him, then yeah. Question: who do you think is the best crosser in the squad? I'm going to say James Maddison, but on position-wise, Pedro Porro. That's my one. I think Maddison's the better crosser of the ball, but he won't cross as many as a 10. But Porro on that right wing, a right back spot would be more likely. Porro, I'm going with. Swamp Men. We were flying under Pochettino. Levy speaks. Flying under Ange. Levy speaks in the mud. Yeah, I get that. I know. I agree with you. I do agree. And big up to... Is that John Langford with the super sticker? Big up to John Langford with the super sticker. Big up to you, my friend. Thank you very much. Big up. Perchy, does Susie know you like being intimate on stream? I'm not intimate on stream. Not at all. No. Do not start this one. Not for me. No. No. I love you, Kuba. I do love you. She loves being intimate, though. I love her. She's amazing. Big up Daniel Harris. How you doing, mate? How about this, guys? Do you want me to stay a bit longer? Johnson will be. We'll see. How about this, guys? Do you want me to stay longer? Kate's not live, I don't think, after this. Let me have a double check. Make sure she's not live. If she's not live, should we stay longer? I'm off today. It's bank holiday for me in Spain. How about this? If I get 12 likes now in the next 2 minutes, starting from now, I will stay on for another half an hour. 12 likes. Get me over 100 likes right now and I'll stay on. If you want me to, if not, I'll go. I'll be serious on that. Hope Johnson is the tip of the sword. Yeah, I agree. I hope he does well. Good luck to him. And big up to you for the super chat, John. Big up to you, my friend. There you go. 11 more likes. Otherwise, I'll wrap it up. Perchy, you're totally ignoring our domestic cup efforts in recent years. The board are not interested in the... Luca, you say that, but we're going far in tournaments. We haven't won them for a long time. But don't try and pretend to me, Luca, that we haven't got to semi-finals, finals, quarter-finals. If we don't want to be in them, why have we not got booted out in round one? The first time we get in, right? I'm not having that for me. Not for me. Say what? Say what? Will we ever see a Susie takeover? Possibly. Maybe soon. Just saying. Maybe. Rinketic Sport Agenda. What if Valise is the answer? Yeah, agreed. Valise could be the answer. As you say, we will see. Carry on. I'll carry on. I'll carry on with 10 more likes. 10 more likes, and we go on for another half an hour. How about that? I can't be as easy as that. I'm on the Stairmaster, so please stay on for 10 more minutes. Okay. Are you watching me whilst you're working out, Daniel? I love that. I love that a lot. That's cool. I'm up for more Spurs chat. There you go. Well, 2 people unliked. Oh, come on, guys. You don't want me to stay on. Is Kate? Kate's not on today. No, Kate isn't on. I've just checked. She hasn't texted me as well. Normally she messages me. So what are your predictions for the Sheffield United game? We win 3-0. We're going to win 3-0. When you get married, mate, the takeover is guaranteed. Yeah, I agree. When we get married, I agree. If she's watching. One second. Step 1, step 2, big up. Yeah, exactly. Go on then. Look, people haven't liked. You haven't liked, so I'm gonna go. Shall I go or stay on? What do you think? Yeah, 3-0. That's what I'm saying. 3-0. We're winning 3-0, mate. Solid 2-0. Yeah, 2-0, 3-0. We've been a bit disjointed again due to lack of match prep. Yeah, but I think we'll be fine. Took back my likes. You can. Oh, don't be that person, Mia. Mia, you've been a hater of late. I don't know what's wrong with. What's up? Are you missing Ben? Is that what it is? Yeah, Cooper is an absolute legend. I agree. Cooper's a massive legend. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's company policy. No, it's not. He's not coming in going. He's saying, yeah, prioritize the league. We need to be high. We need to be back in Europe and stuff. I get all that. He's not sitting there saying, throw the league cup. He's not saying that, is he? Come on. Don't be that guy. Question. Front 3 of Mudryk, Ritchie or Anthony, or a back 2 of Maguire and Dyer? Maguire and Dyer sound like a horrible sitcom. Oh, we're going to watch Maguire and Dyer tonight at 9 o'clock. Who would I rather have? I would rather have Mudryk, Richarlison and Anthony. At least Mudryk and Anthony are young and can improve, right? Come on, 9 likes. I'm waiting for 9 likes here, and we'll stay on. I know you're joking. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'll get big time Sava to have a word with you. Yeah, we'll be all over Sheffield United. Here's a question. I'll stay on and ask this question, and we'll see how we get on from the like count on this question. Would you play Brennan Johnson at the start against Sheffield United? That's the question. And 1 second, I'm just going to get some more water. So I'll stay 2 seconds. I said that and then realised there was some next to me. Apologies. So, guys, do you think we should play? Do you think Brennan Johnson starts against Sheffield United? Yes or no? In the chat, what we got? Let me see what you're saying. Will Son be in the middle? Yes, Son starts down the middle. So will he start left or right as well if he starts? Come on, guys, hit the like. I need Perchy for 7 more minutes whilst I'm doing my cardio. Yeah, go on. Daniel, for you, mate, I'll stay on definitely for 7 more minutes just for you so you can work out. Everyone give Daniel some, keep him up to go. Keep him going. 7 minutes. Come on, mate. I mean, yes to yeah. Hell no. Kulu should still start. PJ on the second. Okay, that's fine. Hello, no. What? I don't know what you mean. How many points versus the next 2 fixtures after Liverpool? After that, it's Liverpool and Arsenal. Should I be positive and say that we get 4 points? Is that positive? Is that proper toxic positivity? I think if we get 2 points, I'd be happy. I'll be happy with 2. I'd be delighted with 4. I'll be ecstatic with 6. I'll be annoyed if we get 0. That's what I'll say. If we get 1 or 0, I'll be disappointed. But if we get anything like 4 or 6, I'll be elated. I agree. Listen, if we get anything between 3 and 6, if we get anything between 3, 4, or 6 points, I'll be ecstatic. That's my theory. What I'm a member and get ads. Yeah, the ads will still roll. I've set it up so ads to start flying on Rinketic. They should only be quick ones, so you can skip them, right? Yeah, because otherwise I'm just trying to get the monetary values at the moment. Not even though Dejan did good for Sweden. He should be taught a lesson on the bench. Even yeah, not a lesson, but I get your point. 6 more points. 6. I like Barry's. Barry's become a proper toxic positive guy. Do you want to come on, Barry? Do you want to come on for a bit, mate? Let me know. 5 more likes. No, 6 it's saying on mine. 6 likes. Come on. Smash the likes. I'd be happy with 2. Yeah, I think anything from 3 upwards I'll be happy with at the moment. Being on YouTube Premium, yeah, that's what you have to be. You have to be a YouTube Premium subscriber. It's the only way you get rid of ads. Yeah, it is what it is. But listen, ads are the only way I make money, right? Ads are the only way I can make money from doing this. Yeah, ads. I'm sorry. The ads are going to keep going. They've got a new feature, so they just flow throughout the stream. I do apologize. Yeah, it's a YouTube Premium. Being a member just benefits me because it's me. Draw with Arsenal, beat Liverpool. I'll take it. I would snatch a hand off it easy with that. Yeah, come on, Barry. Do you want to come on, mate? Let's see. He normally just texts me if he wants to come on. Let's see. There he is. There he is. I love it. I just send me the link. Go on, then. We're going to bring on toxic positive Barry now. We need 6 points. Yeah, no. I'm not condoning that. Just saying, I can't condone. I'm not allowed to. Oh, look at this. No, I won't get one because I want Perchy to become a full-timer. Gosh, it's going to take a while for that. See, look at the love I'm getting, Barry. They want me to be full-time YouTuber.
I mean, they're deluded, if I'm honest.
Oh, here he is. Toxic positive Barry's here.
You want to be a full-time YouTuber like Daddy, yeah?
Oh, no, I'm just following Daddy's footsteps. No, I'm not saying I want to. I'm just saying Rinketic wants me to be. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm nowhere near that. I need to be. Listen, get me to 10,000 subscribers this season, and then I'll consider it. That's what I'm going to say. Get to 10K, and then I'll start talking about it. How you doing, mate? You good?
I'm all right, mate. I've recovered after the 40 nuggets.
Have you cleared your system? I'll be honest. I got some nuggets yesterday as well, but I got BK nuggets. They do them a box of 24. Oh, I tell you what, they just they make you feel great. Like they're good at the time. You need some energy, but were you really, really tired yesterday?
No, just it wasn't just. It was after. Actually, it was afterwards. It like set. I mean, my body clock was all kind of out of sync anyway from coming back from, coming back from New York. We got back on Wednesday, so my body clock still is just kind of catching back up to UK time, and then. Yeah, afterwards, I don't know. The heat didn't help. I was sat here like with a towel. I was drinking loads of water to try and do it. But yeah, I mean, look, we're elite. I said on Savas earlier, we are elite. Which other fan base has someone that can nail 40 nuggets in 9 minutes?
Nah, I'll be honest, mate. That was mental. I'll put it out there. Like, I'll say this. Whilst you were doing that, I was making some like kind of brunch lunch. I made chicken wings. You saw them. Top, mate, I make some good wings, mate. Top wings. So I use my air fryer. So good. But anyway, that's
Yeah,
by the by.
I can but afterwards, obviously, I nailed a barbecue like about 6 o'clock, 6:30.
Oh, mate, you sent a platter over. It's mental. It's not normal behaviour. Like I'll be honest. Yesterday was it? No, it wasn't yesterday. It would have been. It was Saturday, wasn't it? Saturday when you did it. So I made my chicken wings, and I was sitting there, and I said, "Look, I'll go on stream after, like blah blah blah. I'll do all my bits and bobs after, and then I will come on after I've eaten." In the space of me putting them in the air fryer, which took about 10 minutes, you had not only received them, and I'd come back and you had finished them. I didn't even get to see you eat them. I had to install my computer.
Mate, it was dip, chew.
What's your dip of choice? Is your dip of choice sweet and sour sauce? Because if you are, you're goated.
Sweet and sour sauce, of course.
It's the best, isn't it? Let's be real.
It's the best. It is the best. It's almost as good as this picture, Perchy, that I've just shared if you share the screen.
Oh, look at this.
Look at that picture.
At that. I'm expecting that to be a profile picture on everything now.
Get
rid of this crappy one. Get this on. This has to be on there. I'm expecting it on
my YouTube one, does it?
It has to be your YouTube one. It has to be done.
I've got to work out how to change it. I can't remember how to do all these things. I'm not like technical like you guys.
I mean, it literally is a click of a button. You just go to your settings. Richard said we need cooking with Perchy or winging it with Perchy. Do you think I should do a cooking channel?
Yeah, I think we should. Do you know what? Actually, I think I think we could do some more crazy food challenges. Do you know what I mean? I think there's miles in it, Perchy. I mean, obviously, I'm going to be feeling absolutely terrible. I mean, Sean challenged me for 10 Big Macs in 25 minutes. Now, part of me thinks
that's insane.
That's a lot of calories, but part of me thinks I really want to try it.
That's just a lot of stodge. Like, I think about that. Like, you think about those burgers. Like I'll be honest, I'm shameless. I had a Whopper as well with it. Like if you go to BK, you get a Whopper. But I've noticed, like, when I eat a burger, what I end up doing by the end of it, I just eat the meat, like, because it's so much stodge. Like the bran, it's just like, oh, like it's like feels like it condenses into your body, and it's just grim. Like same with like the nuggets, it's all stodgy. But like, if you're eating that many, was it 10 Big Macs?
Yeah.
10 in how long?
25 minutes.
So that's averaging a Big Mac every 2 minutes, just about. That's mental. Like, what do you do? What's your tactic? I'm trying to think. What are people's tactics if you're eating that? For me, squash it, right? Surely squash it.
I think you've got. I think. Look, I think. Sava looked up.
Look at the challenges. 5 milkshakes in half.
That's easy. That's easy.
Yeah, but if are we talking about like the proper like ice creamy milkshakes or like milkshakes on McDonald's? You know, the ice creamy ones that are like glue.
But the world record is 2 minutes 16 seconds. I reckon you've got to be putting like 4 in a time. But even then, 4 in a time, it's the chewing. But I mean, that's the thing.
I've seen the best challenge you've got to do. You've got to do the 12 Chicken Royale challenge.
The 12 Chicken Royale.
You've got to do 12 Chicken Royales for His Highness.
Oh my God. 12?
Yeah, because it's Emerson Royale's number 12. So you've got to do 12 Chicken Royales.
12 Chicken Royale challenge.
Oh, mate, you've got to now. That has got to be done. I think everyone in the chat, why are people unliking, by the way? What is that about? Just because Barry's on the pitch. Barry comes on and I've lost 5 likes, by the way. I'm not saying it's because of you. That's
not because I've come on, mate. It's because I have done. I tell you what I have done, which is also it was the Nando's. So we're talking about brain freeze with the milkshakes.
Yeah,
there was a challenge after you've had your meal at Nando's. You have to have 5 bowls of the frozen yogurt.
Has anyone ever bought that? I see it on the menu, but I feel like I don't think I've seen anyone ever order that.
What?
The frozen yogurt stuff.
It normally comes with the kids' meal, so the kids normally get it. So
right.
But by having five of those, the brain freeze.
Flip.
So basically, you have to go through the brain freeze, right? And then once you've gone through the brain freeze, it's fine because everything's numb. However, I do have a tip of how to get rid of brain freeze from milkshakes and from ice cream.
What's that?
What you need to do is you need to put your thumb on the top of your mouth and just press, and it gets rid of the brain freeze straight away. So
there you go. Barry's top tip.
You just need to put your thumb in, roof your mouth, push up like that, and it removes it. I'm not even joking, right? People will laugh and say that's nonsense. But next time you have brain freeze, do it, and you'll thank me.
I'll do the 1 kilo chicken wing challenge. I know you say that. That's how much those chicken wings were. That was 1 kilo worth of chicken wings.
Was it?
Yeah, but obviously they weigh.
I don't think like 12 chicken royales or 10 Big Macs. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's good.
Rich made a good point. It's nearly 7,000 calories. I mean, he's got a point. You may need to go to hospital. I mean,
mate, I thought I was going to need to go to hospital on Saturday after doing it. I was like, at first I thought, oh, this will be fine. Then I thought I'm going to smash it and see how quickly I can do it. And then I got right near the end. There was a couple of times where, you know, when you have it, you got the old, and you thought, this is.
I have done. So I had a long time ago, like 10 or 15 years ago, a friend of mine, she used to work in McDonald's, and we also used to go out and stuff. So she worked there. But so she said they had an actual challenge called the McDonald's challenge, which it was a Big Mac, a quarter pounder, 20 nuggets, and I want to say like a giant and a large Coke or something. There was another. I want to say a McChicken sandwich as well. So you have a McChicken sandwich and a large fries, and that was the challenge. So you had to do like 3 burgers, 20 nuggets, large fries, and a Coke, and like you had to compete. Honestly, I felt grim after. Like I like to the point where I felt I wanted to explode. Like I wanted to like burst myself. It was so grim. Like I said to myself after, I would never do that again. Like I'm amazing.
That's the thing, right? So it's surprising. Look, and I know it wasn't the greatest food, but I think actually you can understand why all these people, these food people, that the man versus beard and all of this, that woman and everything else, you can understand that how exhausted you feel afterwards, because you're actually ruining your body.
Yeah, it's too much food. Like it's mental. It is actually mental. AJ said, "Big up Perchy. How you doing, man? I'm all good, mate. Big up my man smashing 40 nuggets. Yeah, see, look at the credit. 25 minutes for 10 Big Macs, easy. Just smoke a few reefs. Yeah. I'm not condoning drug use on this channel. Not condoning it.
Kuva, if you're going to do it, you've got to do it properly, man. You can't do it.
You have to also not eat as well. Like you have to not eat.
Because literally what you could do is you could just get the 25 Big Macs. I mean, it'd be the 10 Big Macs. Sorry, not 25 Big Macs. Jesus, 10 Big Macs. You could put that in a blender and then just drink it, and then that's not exactly.
Oh, that's vile. Would you do that?
No.
Like, just think of the color that will come out of that. Like, just think of the color it will look.
Can you imagine putting 10 Big Macs in a thing and just looking at it, like looking at this big jug, and you're like,
Beard meets food, man. That guy is mental.
Yeah, it's unreal. And he's like, nothing. There's nothing. Most of them, there's nothing to him.
But he said what he does, it's amazing. He actually trains like crazy. So, like, when he does those, like, he won't then do one for ages after. And then he trains. It's like, same with old Spurs boy. What's his name?
Oh, Adam. Is it Adam?
Adam Richmond.
Adam Richmond, yeah.
Like, he don't do it now because of health reasons.
I'm not surprised. It's not good for you, is it? I mean, I don't even know how many calories I smashed on that 40 nugget challenge, but it's just.
Should we have a look? Should we have a look? I'm gonna check.
And actually, yesterday, even now, I still feel a little bit like full. Do you know what I mean? I know I smashed the barbecue and everything else, but it's a bit like I don't really
Jeez, mate. Hang on. That's mental. If that's true, that's insane. Hang on. I'll tell you what you've done. Oh, mate, you're a grim man, but I respect it. I respect you for doing it.
It was for charity, right? So look, come on.
Yeah, true. How much do you think it is? How about this? Put everyone in the chat. Tell me. I've got the number. Actually, it's probably not as much as you probably think. So I'll put it up. Everyone in the chat right now, put your number. What you think? How many calories are in 40 chicken? I did not think this was ending in chicken nugget debate, but here we go. I didn't think it was happening, but yeah, go on then. Everyone in the chat. Let's see who's the nearest to it. I'll give you a few minutes, and then we'll wrap it up in 5 anyway. So I do have to go. After this, I need to go to the gym. Just talking about it.
Yeah, just talking about it makes you feel dirty, right? You got to like
grim, man.
Do something.
It's not 4K. It's less than 4K. 5,000, less than 5. Do you know what? It's not as many as you would have thought. It's not as many. Yeah, there you go. Paul G's closest with 2K at the moment.
Oh, I don't feel that bad. If I hadn't had the barbecue, I'd have had my daily intake in just those 40 nuggets.
It's that many. Oh, wrong way around. Wait, it's 1,920.
Yeah, if it's 10 Big Macs, that's 5,000 calories. Double.
That's mad.
Double the recommended. Yeah. Double the recommended intake.
You ate 2K, but just about 2K. That is your recommended allowance in a day?
I think it's like 2.5 for an adult. But I'm not for a normal adult.
Nuggets. Yeah. Wow.
I'm not a normal.
I tried bending my belly like that, Barry, but the cheesecake and after 8 brandies. Oh, you're an ad. Cougar, I love you. You're a nutcase. I love it to bits. So, guys, we're looking for 4 subs.
The calories in the sauce as well.
4 likes. Let's get 100. Yeah, the sauce is a good point.
There is. It's 170 calories in the sauce, and I think.
How many sauces did you have?
8 sauces.
So you've had about what? And you had 900 calories in the sauce.
No, more than that.
What is going on here?
More than that, 170 calories times 8 is more than that, isn't it?
170, yeah, sorry, that's over 1,000.
1,400 calories. I nearly had as many in the sauce that I did in the nuggets.
That is mental. You're an animal. Yeah, Paul G's right. Barry, you're an animal. I agree. Like,
yeah, I am an animal.
I eat a lot, but I try and eat decent food when I eat a lot. I'm really bad. Like, I eat a lot. Like, I have big portions sometimes. I'm trying to cut down now because I'm trying to get back to a good... I've put on a lot of weight in the last, 3 or 4 months. But I'm trying to lose a bit of weight. But, I like good steak. So I spend premium steak from my butcher. So he'll give me, like, a steak that's about 800 grams sometimes. And, like, they're enormous.
I'm glad that I actually did 80,000 steps the previous...
Yeah, fair play.
The weekend before in those 3 days did 80,000 steps. So
you're an animal.
That's kind of a balance, right?
Mate, I respect it, guys. I'm gonna wrap up. I have to shoot now. Thank you, Barry, for coming on. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for jumping on. Thank you for Danny. He came on a bit earlier as well. Guys, smash the likes, subscribe to the channel, and get over to the Shelf Side Spurs show. Yes, I've got it written up there now, so it's there. So it's just remember, not Sean's. Yeah, not Sean's channel. Go over to the guy. You're live back on Thursday.
We'll be live on Thursday. You won't be surprised to know that the thumbnail is that picture of me and Emerson.
I saw you're all prepared. You're never normally this prepared.
No, well, yeah, I know. Normally we're just doing it as we're going along. And it's like, oh, okay. So yeah, we're on Thursday, and for anyone that will be there on Saturday, I sadly won't be in New York this time, but I will be at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And
if you're there, don't buy him any nuggets.
I don't want to see.
You've seen enough of them.
What I loved about that, Perchy, I think the funniest bit was when my daughter came to take one. And my reaction was literally like, Don't take that.
Yeah. No,
And she literally went upstairs, right? And I went, are you okay? And she went, oh yeah, I thought I was in trouble. I said, you would have been in trouble if you'd eaten it, because I'd have gone on the 30.
You would have been annoyed, because if you'd done it, you'd have known that you hadn't completed the challenge.
I know.
But and obviously, guys in the chat, said we've received a new member, but I haven't seen it come through. So if you're a new member, it hasn't come through. So you may have done it off it, but big up to the new member. I've got it on my thing, but it hasn't come up with a little notice. Big up to you. Big up to Paul Langford for the super sticker. And also, if you're going to the game and you see Barry, just wave a chicken nugget in his face. It's fun. Do it. We're bringing Around the Grounds back. Around the Grounds is back home. We're doing it with the Spurs. Watch along on Saturday. Stream that. And also, just to give you a bit of credence on your show, my friend, Susie said it's the best show on YouTube. Just saying. And on that note, guys, we're off. Big up to everyone, and have a good one. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out. And let me just find the button. See ya.
And here's Kane. He sits on Tottenham's loftiest perch, beyond even the great Greaves. Spurs' most